At least the temp's nice and steady underground. Out of Date says the time has come for you to reconcile with your past. Lupa Lupin is still staying in the camp where he was brought up. He hopes you'll find the answers you are looking for there. Even though darkness is a part of your nature, he suggests you try to keep your cool, as the best fighter is never angry. He'll point you in the right direction, but the rest is up to you. This part of the journey is one you'll have to do on your own. Lupa Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Out of Date hopes you'll find your way and the answers you were looking for once you're there. He knows he said it before, but the time has come to put an end to the Lupin's reign of terror. You should get over there, come face to face with destiny. It's going to be you against the Lupin. No rules. He's happy to help. Has plenty to... Old brick-bracks like that, sometimes still full of good things. The plague that's ruining the land needs to be stopped. Biohazard makes your skin crawl. Your key energy isn't up for that. This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead.
Kaffee.
Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and trusts it's in your nature to help those in need.
I arin kashumai.
Asks you to do the
Untium.
is great.
Hard to find any shadows now.
Correct.
Well, there
Turn off.
That's not what...
Take a moment to absorb the day. Lupin says he's been looking forward to this moment. He wanted you to come here and see for yourself where it all started. He was so little when your mother and kin came here to put an end to his mother just because she was different, a hunter. That night, the hunter became the hunted, trapped with nowhere to run. He says your mother showed no mercy, only vengeance. He can see that you're not like your mother. There's something different about you. Maybe you would have made a better decision than she did, and let them be. They orphaned him, left him alone, an outcast and a freak. Lupin says he's been reliving the moment every night since then. He says your mother and her disciples started something that couldn't be undone. They created the monster he would become. He knew his time would come, and he was patient. So, when he got news about your birth, he knew how to get revenge that would last. That's why he spared you that night he raised the village when you were a child. He wanted you to suffer for life, like he had. He marked you for life, so he'd recognize you when you met again, and you'd eventually remember where you came from. His hunger grew insatiable over the years to come. He tried, but being vegetarian wasn't in his nature, and he couldn't go hungry. But he's never taken a life for the sake of appetite. It's always been about survival, and that our true self is being who we are. A deep look into nature will make you understand everything better, and that natural selection eliminates, and the strongest survive.
Just so.
Fate is for those too weak to determine their own destiny, and now the time has come for you to accept yours. Be careful down here. Easy to get trapped. Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Cos'ata ghetto?
He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Noko in the east.
Yuba dolo waiwai.
Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Noko.
Toledrea ya maoloa.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Noko and making sure she gets what she needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date was spot on. The hoof puff needs to be stopped.
Ba no yualo.
Out of Date says that Noko is worried now that the Eastern World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Bilia antuf.
He explains that Noko keeps a fabled steed that she has planned to ride out to the World Eater, but needs help to get it prepared.
Bilia antuf.
Out of Date suggests that you should head east as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Iboda kelmok.
He's happy to help.
Pronto con tue pon yevun goja.
Wishes you goodbye. You lack key energy for that. The night's your chance to be sneaky. This must be Bionucleus 7H. Better be careful. The contamination here can mess with your molecular structure. Turn the radionics knob to find the right frequency. Just a few moves left. Make them count. The oil claimed this land a long time ago. You're fresh out of key energy. That's active biocontaminated sludge. Enough goo to cause a flux at a molecular level. New day, new start. Don't see that in the shops. Let's get that mount moving while the getting is good. Bangarang. It's starting to add up. Best part of this ride is it runs on green stuff. Fang Shelter 6I is right here. Seems like it's in working order too. Each new day means new chances. Wood scrap's great for building things. Stand against that. The world is taller than you think. That's an odd thing, don't you think? You finally found the village of Bumlidoff. Let's see.
Och sedan kommer sötubisreglerna.
Gross. This place stinks. The cranks need to be unturned in the right order. Daytime means the clock to nighttime is ticking. Look at those notices on the board. Too bad the gnotes couldn't read them. If you wander around here, you might find Noko. She just loves those gnotes. Once the power ran out, it made sense to ride gnotes. Powered types of transportation polluted the world, but didn't poop in the street. Obviously, they didn't have their priorities right in those days. Watch your step here, and you... Let's see.
Turi kumbala mua. Pialtuma.
Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again.
Kanyala notoro.
She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid.
Urasa durut.
Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark.
Ariaroche nui mumera.
But that's all long gone now, though.
Ariaroche nui mumera.
Believes everyone needs direction in this broken world. Your only hope is that you'll end up in a good place once all this is over.
Kanamunta.
Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be.
Kamonu.
She sees you're back to buck with Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least.
Aplitonunuta.
She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still.
Kamonu.
Noko says history is like the trail you...
Domale tuk.
Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupin to pay for what he did to her gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature.
Bet you can see clearly now.
The dark will never...
No, you'll find other ways.
Sounds like someone's guilty of hurting feelings.
I do not feel guilty about that. Wait, honey.
Asil natu.
Asks how many paths you've...
Kialdo male kanodo.
You can't do everything you want, can't go everywhere, can't see everything, only what you can.
Anaro lute.
So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the gnotes die with it.
Anaro lute.
Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out.
Pala.
Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They all...
Anora kababum.
They're just so shiny. Makes her smile to think about them.
Taifananuma.
But let's not speak of that now.
Taifananuma.
She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow.
Bendrine senema.
The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you.
Domale tuk.
You should lead the Majut back.
Ritsentere.
It's the most magnificent creature she's ever encountered. A creature straight out of a dream or story. The air is dry here. You found the Majut meadow. Watch out for the Majut. Day's wasting. Get to work while you can. Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm, but Noko is still concerned. She's... The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down. She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time. It was the mere sound of the hoof puff that started it. She's never seen it so upset. It just ran away before. We're all heroes of our own stories. Or so we hope. Just what you were looking for. Tells you to come. Fair enough all around. That's not opening on its own. Someone locked it solid. This might be the end of everything as we know it. Nice and steady. We all share the same destiny, destruction or survival. Definitely not open. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. What you see is what you get, once it's out of the blind box, that is. You flick the switches in order to greenlight the current and activate the electrons in the panel. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. That's a pling-plong. Looks like the control box handles need to be wheeled to buzz the wire. Wired up and ready to go. Better than a bare head. At least someone wears pants. The darkness swallows everything at night. That wood scrap seems like it would be perfect for your plans. Want it got to time it right to make them work. Left, right, left, right. Pumping good, looking better. Never know what's hiding out in the dark.
Sana Yopa.
With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned.
Anora Kapapum.
She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got.
Asil Natu.
The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha-Majut.
Inadabsunka?
If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo Shopperia while scavenging for treats for the Gnotes. That's not...
Taifanamenuma?
Seems the old world had plenty to offer, an all-in-one place for those obsessed with material things. Almost too much, if you ask her. Don't distract this beastie. It's working. A Smilo shopperia. Guess shopping here put a smile on your face. Got it. Eye boxes like this are few and far between. However, that's no great loss. Talking pictures from the aforetimes lacked a message. That's more than stuck. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. The daytime makes it harder for things to sneak up on you. Now hold on, sit tight. Isn't that the Mechamajut over there? You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the Mechamajut. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Nocco. No time to graze, let's go.
Monidasa.
Now that the Majut's got a mouthful of bonbon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Majut is ready to ride.
Kanamunta.
Nokko's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it.
Amu.
She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe.
Kodutuku.
You'll find Mito at Brightlight. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths.
Taifanamenuma.
They're small airborne creatures with bright reflective wings and a conspicuous fluttering This won't be a field trip. It's the real thing. This place is called Brightlight. Mito lives close by.
Saikandum.
Let's see.
Kamui.
With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it. And even though you've just met, he feels you're bound to play a huge part in that.
Saikandum.
Claims to be a simple lamp maker, bringing light into the world as best he can.
Tiba.
You've found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky, but will you use that power to warm the world or burn it? Hopes you see how much good you can do with power like that, and how easy it is to let it drive you mad.
Taifa.
No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. The past brightlights the present. Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your says he can see that in the way you brighten everything up. So happy you know you're helping brighten the world. There's plenty of it that's still worth saving. Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know. Says you did the right thing in taking up with the Myriad. They buy lots of his lamps. That's a tribe that believes in the bright things in the world. It's clear you do. Nothing shines as bright as being right.
Contigo tumbo.
Says he can see by the twinkle in your eyes that you're not here to talk about your allies.
Tutozinkutimbo.
He assumes you are here to be enlightened. He can't blame you, as everything just feels dark and hopeless these days.
Tundo pontoyo.
There's something about you, like you're knit together. Your fate's connected. What you've said, he feels too. So why not call him Me Too?
Donko boykin.
He senses you're like the dayfly, living every day like it's your last, afraid that when night comes, it might be proved right.
Taikatapa.
Believes no one is entirely dark. Even the worst have a spark of good in them.
Yonko.
Mito says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too.
Tundo pontoyo.
He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow.
Tasombo.
Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the end.
Tasombo.
Glows with delight at your bright passion for the light. Is your mount paying attention? That's just awful. Watch your step around here. Your reserves are tapped. Sometimes your mind creates an illusion where it's possible to go back in time to relive a moment in your life. We all have things in our past we wish hadn't happened, and can come to remember seeing and doing things that never happened. However, there's no doubt that what you remember makes your future different. Choose the automaton functionality you want to recall. I was wondering when you'd recall how to spring the automaton air gliders. A mount peak is always farther away than it looks. The end is coming to the world, and everything else. Glittermoth Cave is right here.
Orasa durut.
That's enough glittermoths to make her plan work.
Boila kodo.
She wants you to stop worrying about the paths you've ridden and focus on the inevitable road ahead, the one that leads to confrontation with the World Eater.
Asana yota.
The hoof puff is evidence of the duality of evolution, utterly beautiful and grotesque at the same time.
Orasa durut.
She means that the hoof puff has had more time to eat at the root as it's been isolated in the Knoopstonies mountains.
Puri kumbala mua.
So, based on that alone, she reckons it has suffered as much damage as the...
Kodo tuku.
The rocky ridges have been called the Knoopstonies around here for as long as she can remember. It's said the stone was grey before, but somehow changed colour over time. Be gentle, this mount's a breather. That sludgy junkworks is a real mess. Good hit. Couldn't just be open, eh? The sun's a long ways away. Hey there, Crusher. There's an aero wreck over there. So much wasted. You're fading. Growl it into a higher gear. Get out of here. A bric-brac like that is like a gift to unwrap. Small things for your big ideas. Gets any worse, you'll be able to swim away. You don't see many old shops like that anymore. Might still be something worth poking around for. Bullets everywhere. Your key is gone. Nighttime is the better time for lots of things. Not every day you see a ray lighter from the back in time, but here it is. It's an apparatus able to message. Seems like the controls need some organizing to set the mechanism in motion. Excellent. That's illuminating. The world is getting colorful again. That sealed the fate of the third World Eater. Just one more to go. Out of Date asked to see you again to congratulate you and let you in on the final phases of his plan. This is your chance to get his priorities aligned with yours. Do right by your tribe and the world at large. Just head back to the Ark. He seemed eager to see you again.
It's intended.
She wonders if the rumors she's heard about you finding the Ark are true.
Sana yotpa.
Thinks that's impossible, of course, but she also knows you regularly make the impossible happen.
Sana yotpa.
With the world recovering, the Ark would be a wonderful way to see it. So much faster than even her favorite Gnotes.
Sana yotpa.
Loves that you did your best to help the world rather than hurt it. You could have used much more of that, even before you returned.
Kanamunta.
Any idea who might be joining you on your Arky journeys?
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help.
Why?
If you want to go quick,
But you know...
I think we can find an...
Kala.
Feels
Dere.
Noko knows she's known.
Dere.
Wishes you goodbye.